Hey guys, I'm going to try and show you a bit of Solar 2. I must admit I've already played it a few hours. I haven't seen or played Solar 1. Because I've already played it for a few hours, my solar system looks like this. I'm going to try and figure out okay. Yeah, that worked. Okay, oh dear. So this is how you start. You start as a little puny asteroid. You can see that in the top left corner of the screen. It says Mass 2. And basically what we're going to do first is try and gain some extra mass, and that's just simple gobbling up all the other asteroids that you see floating nearby. I don't know where to start really. The game is just immensely mesmerizing. The soundtrack is awesome. I'm going to try and dub over it later on. I know my Fraps is recording just my microphone, so we'll see if I can get that fixed. But if I don't, trust me, the music is great. And there we go. We grew from 2 mass to 20 mass, and that's the point where your little asteroid turns into a small planet. Basically, we're going to create a nice big solar system, and you can have really crazy big systems with lots of different stars. But whatever type we're going to end up with, the basic outline of this game is that you grow from an asteroid into a planet, from a planet into a star, from a small star to a medium star, from a medium star to a large star. I believe after the large star you become a neutron star, and after that there's a really interesting dark hole, black hole. I'm probably not going to be able to show much of that because it's going to take a fair amount of time to grow into that. What you saw me do there was get a few asteroids into my gravity field. Pardon the non-scientific me, but it attracts the asteroids to you, and that's not all, folks. We can absorb all these tiny asteroids, and as you can see in the top left, on where am I going? Oh, my button is stuck. Sorry. And you can see on the top left, each time that I absorb a asteroid, my mass grows by the amount of asteroid. Some asteroids already have grown, so you end up jumping up to 3 mass. What I did to there are basically 2 ways you can grow on each step. You can either absorb the smallest item attached to yourself, or there's an alternative key. My button got stuck there again. I'm going to swap out keyboards soon, I guess. But yes, another way of growing is absorbing all the lowest bodies of matter into you, because if you've been absorbing enough material, later on you'll grow into you start with 1 star, but you can also have one of the planets that it's a bit complicated to explain, but after a while you'll have a star with 1 or more planets, and you can try and focus on growing those planets as well into a star of their own. You can I think you can have about 10 star systems in total, but there have been reports of people achieving greater star amounts, but it's really hard to do because your gravitational field will impact everything, and it's not easy to explain for me, but trust me, the bigger you get, the more hectic it can be. All the while it's still a game, but you can also just actually watch it for quite a while. This is probably an awesome game for the 420 group people. You know, the ones. Anyway, you can see on the top left that I'm near the point where I'm going to grow into a star. And as you saw there, if you inflict damage to yourself, the mass will actually get blown off. Some people might argue that physics states that energy and mass can't be absorbed into nothing, but if I actually read some suggestion thread where the maker of this game really shouted out to the community to give feedback on what's good in the game, and he asked for suggestions really. And when obviously there was a comment or a suggestion about the fact that normally if a planet smashes into a sun, there should at least be some material instead of a big cloud of dust. I'll probably show exactly what I mean by that later on, but I don't want to do now because I'm actually needing to get enough stuff to be a star. Any which way. What just happened is my pre-evolution state planet grew large enough in mass that it actually started evolving, which is kind of fun and really awesome, because what really happens if and when it evolves like now, you'll see that spaceships start coming out, and what they do is they try to defend the home planet, obviously. So for example, if I do this correct and I absorb this little asteroid, they won't do much, but if something goes awry, you'll notice that they immediately start shooting all the asteroids inside. So the defending against asteroids, which is a good idea, but can be a bit confusing later on, because I've seen it happen where I was aiming for a big asteroid field to just to get in and out quick with my sun and planet systems, and I wanted to scoop up as much asteroids really as I could, but because I obviously slammed into a few, all my little life forms started shooting the heck out of the rest of the asteroids, and I eventually netted out with way fewer asteroids as I thought I might hope to get. So yeah, the life forms on your planet, they're often interesting and helpful, but they have their ups and downs. They don't actually fly that horribly well, as you can see here. They tend to die a lot, but they respawn quick as well, so that's a good thing. Let's gather up a few more asteroids and hope to become a small star. Mine, all mine. Yeah, I'm going to pause it for a few minutes to actually grow into a first star, because I feel this might get boring otherwise. So be right back. Okay, so we're about 4 minutes further as when I paused it, just out of reference, and I feel that I'm about to make the jump to the first small star. I've got my mass on 187 right now. Should be something somewhere nearby. Oh darn. I figured I'll go as smooth and slow as possible, but no. And you immediately see what happened. If you just hit one asteroid, your friendly AI will start charging all the other asteroids, which can be good because you don't want to get actively hit by all those asteroids, but it can be bad because there's less debris to actually pick up. So what happened was I grew into a small star, and I grabbed the nearest 2 planets. You also could have noticed that it's impossible for the sun to gather the asteroids, which I understand. I don't know if it's the greatest thing ever, but it's okay. It's a bit of getting used to, because you don't because it shifts the entire gameplay from having the center item, well, what used to be the planet. That was the thing that you controlled and were trying to get the asteroids in an orbit around, but now it changed into having things orbit you, and you're trying to get asteroids in their orbit. So it's a bit of a shift. It's kind of interesting. So this is again what I mean. If you just hit one asteroid, they start shooting at everything, which isn't always the best thing. I accidentally ate one of my planets, which reminds me that the spacebar absorbs the smallest item, but I pushed it one time too much, and the remaining smallest item was one of the 2 planets. So kind of accidentally absorbed one of them. Alternatively, by now you can press the L key, and what happens then is all the asteroids get absorbed by all the planets, but the planets won't be absorbed themselves using that key. So there's a key to absorb everything at once, there's a key to absorb everything from the one tier lower, so in this case all the asteroids will get sucked into all the planets. And oh dear, there is still a key to absorb everything by the planet, I think, but not too sure right now. What you'll use mostly on this phase is the L key, I guess. Oh dear. I don't like what happened there, but it's kind of interesting still anyway. There's no real sense of winning or losing. It's just taking less or longer. Also, quite interesting is that a small star can have 3 planets hooked up to it. I think a medium star can hold 6, and a large star can hold 8. If you have a twin or more as 2 star system, you can have 10 planets. 10 planets, I think. And I believe each planet you can upgrade to a small star. But as you can imagine, it will get pretty hectic by then. On top of all that, there's also objectives somewhere. I haven't really looked into those yet, but I believe there are a few of these circles that you can go into and an event will start. I'm not too sure if you can cancel it. No. Kamikaze! Sometimes that works better as having your AI ships destroying them, but it will also obviously come at a price, because every time you hit something, some of your mass get lost, and as you can see there, still I lost a planet, or both actually. That was pretty effective. Oh dear. More aliens. That's not that great. Yeah. They got me. Oh. That's quite nice. I expected to respawn with nothing, but apparently doing the on-screen missions make you respawn as you were. That's great. I like that. I like it a lot. And yeah, as you can see on my screen, there are four kind of different markers indicating that below, up, down, and to the left and right, to the top, below me, to the left and to the right of me, excuse me, are several things, but I haven't worked out what each symbol means. So usually it means big and avoid, and it's going to kill you. But it also signals the points where you can start the missions, as you just saw. And I believe well, there's also all sorts of achievements, which is nice, and I haven't really worked out what all this does. Play missions by following mission arrows in game. Oh, okay. Okay. I just have no idea what all the symbols are in correlation to the game yet. But then again, I haven't bothered figuring this part out yet, because as you can see from my playtime, I've only been doing this for a few hours. It's quite addictive, and it's on Steam for just under €10. It's basically made just by one guy, Jay Watts, aka Murudai, and music and sounds are by JP Neufeld, excuse me. So there you go. I'll give you a quick glance in the achievements. I know that some people like all those. I did make a few stars, but I'm 2/6 into a 6-star system. I did unlock these 3 as a star having an orbiting life planet with 100 kills. And I got the big crunch. So what that means, the 100 kills one, you can focus on each of your individual bodies, think the name is. And if we look at this in particular, it says on the top left that this particular planet has 8 experience kills, and I managed to get one planet to 100 kills before absorbing it, because that's the whole oops. That's the whole fun of this game. It's basically keeping and finding the balance between basically the balance between absorbing stuff that you run into and still maintaining a few planets with AI on it, so you have something defending yourself while you plow through the solar system in search for material to absorb. That's it, really. Alternatively, you could just look at this for a few hours and he'll still grow, and also you'll run into stuff that will take away your mass and kill you if you're not careful, but it's quite interesting to play around with. And I'm going to stop the video and start playing around with it some more. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.